What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Early Edge, powered by SportsLine. I am your host, Alan Bell, and we have a great show lined up for you this Saturday. Tell you what, we'll waste no time. Let's bring in the stars of the show. And look at Jay Smooth, my man. I don't know how you pulled that off. That is fantastic. In a Chick-fil-A. Good morning.
Good morning, AB. You know, had to go get an early morning sandwich, some fries. It's going to be a great day.
Dude, that is hilarious, man. M squared, how we doing, buddy?
Doing well. Doing well. Happy to see that you were able to hook Justin up with another gig. I know that he's a guy that likes to generate income in many different ways, so glad to see you got him hooked up there.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we want to make sure that the crew has, spending money for Christmas, right?
Yeah, I need to get those gifts, and it's been a rough week for Bitcoin, so,
Well, I'll tell you what, it was a rough day for my picks yesterday. Micah, how we doing, man?
Doing well, man. And I wanted to thank Mike for Thursday night. I saw some of his prop plays, a donkey parlay. I understand that's what we call it. And I left the teams off, but I played the over with a lot of the overs with everything and played like 5 of them, hit 3 of them. Very happy with that. So thank you on that. One of my first times delving in the player prop donkey parlays. And if Hilaire Edwards scores a first touchdown, I mean, it's like a $40,000 payday I was looking at. And I was like, this is crazy. So just for that thrill alone, thank you, Mike.
Yeah, M Square's been killing these donkeys, man. Like, it is just unbelievable. All right, before we jump into the picks for today, let's pull up how we did yesterday. And, like I said, I owe an apology to everybody out there in regards to Toledo yesterday. I'm telling you, I was about to put a phone through a TV, but I didn't want to have to buy a new phone and a new TV today. So, yeah, other than that, Mike, a nice job on the Nuggets Hawks over 223. Martin Green hits enter, win 2-0 as well, and we hit one of the 2 underdogs. But, no, tell you what, as a maestro always says, next day. So let's jump into storylines that can affect the betting lines for today. Micah, now you've got some good information for us in regards to NFL games that have been postponed and the house rules at the books. Talk to us, man.
Yeah, so there were 3 games obviously postponed, 1 Monday night and 2 on Tuesday. And it's imperative for you to understand what house rules your book deals with as far as date of the game. Station Casinos in Las Vegas has to play on the originally scheduled date, refunded so the sharp money that played the Eagles and Raiders all the way up, they don't get that value anymore. They get a refund. However, over at BetMGM, 7 days from the original date. And a lot of these rule changes were done last year with COVID and put into place just because you don't need to irritate people. We're just going to have, if you don't have payouts for these people that come in, $10, $15, it's not worth it. You need to change your rules, get more affluent to what's happening. And over at the Superbook, they have 8 days from the scheduled date. So a little difference there. A lot of books are different. Check out what you have so you're not rooting for something that isn't action on Monday or Tuesday night.
Oh,
You pulling a Jay Smooth, buddy?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
No, that's good information, Micah. We've had so much change in the NFL, and it even affected how our lineup for yesterday, right? In regards to the NFL, the player prop show today. I'm glad that you brought that up. At 2:30 p.m. Eastern today, we will have our NFL Week 15 player prop show. At 3:15 p.m. Eastern today, we will have Patriots at Colts best bets, and also a Q&A in regards to how we kind of do towards the end of the show in regards to props, sides, totals, all of that. So make sure to pay attention. Again, 2:30 Eastern today, player props, 3:15 Eastern, Patriots at Colts best bets. All right, Jay Smooth, talk to us about some basketball today. I believe in the state of Indiana, correct?
Yeah, man, it's a big day for Indiana basketball. We're going to see the Crossroads game, which is going to be between Purdue and Butler today. This is an interesting one. The line was about 15, 16 points last night. A lot of people are going to say that might be too big because both these teams might be okay slowing this pace down. It's a huge in-state battle. And then we actually have another in-state battle in Indiana with Notre Dame and Indiana University. facing off in Indianapolis, I believe. So this is going to be an interesting game. I believe that IU should have the fan advantage, even though it's technically neutral site. It's a bigger basketball school. Notre Dame obviously cares a little bit more about football most years, but this is still a big day for Indiana basketball. If you're in that state, you're probably tuning into one of those games today.
I like it. I like it. All right. And tell you what, in terms of games, let's just jump right into our picks. Our site play today is going to be Appalachian State -2.5 in the Boca Raton Bowl against Western Kentucky. You look at what App State's defense has done. They've yielded an average of 11 points in the 5 closing games and ranks 12th in pass prevention efficiency, which is exactly what Western Kentucky's offense does with Bailey Zapp, who has had an amazing season. But, App State's Clemson transfer Chase Bryce, no slouch either. So we're going to roll App State -2.5 with a kickoff at 11 a.m. Eastern. All right, Jay Smooth, I'm going to come right back to you. You got a couple plays for us in college basketball, my man. Hit us.
Yeah, it's a loaded slate today. Finally, I think we probably had about 10, 15 games get canceled because of COVID, but we still have about 70 or so on the slate. So I thought was able to find some good stuff. It's actually been a pretty quiet week for me. Very excited to get some action on the board. So I'm going to go with Cal Bakersfield. So this team is getting +13 last I looked. Last night when I submitted my picks. So I'm returning like about 3 or so points of value on this game. It's going against Colorado, who I'm just happy to fade. Love seeing the model go against them. They're 2-8-2, I believe, against the spread, 1-8-1 against the spread at home. Just been abysmal. Even though they have an 8-2 record, they've actually only ever beaten a team by more than 13 points once, and that was against Maine. If you know anything about that Maine team, they're pretty bad too. So I don't really take that as a sign of confidence for Colorado. Again, only once beating a team by 13. Cal State Bakersfield +13. Just take the points. Then I'm going to go with Western Illinois. We've been playing on this team for a lot of time this year. They're really strong. They look really good. And now they're playing their in-state rival of Eastern Illinois. And Eastern Illinois is awful. Eastern Illinois just has terrible losses. They lost to Missouri by 28. And I do think this Western Illinois team is better than Missouri. Shout out to Eric Haslam, who has this game projected as a 40-point difference. You can get them -19 today. I have it around 24 points, which is a really big edge. But Western Illinois should get that one done. And then lastly, I'll go with Xavier. So this is an interesting one too. Xavier versus Marquette. Big East play is starting today. There's a couple of big matchups in that conference. But this one, -10.5, just looks a little too small. Xavier has been playing very well. A bunch of models out there are getting this one closer to 20 than they are to 10. I have it at 14.5. So you're getting a good 4 points of value on Xavier. Take the home favorite there.
There we go. There we go. Micah, coming to you. You got 2 plays in the NBA today, both from the same game.
Yeah.
Hit us with it, man.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about the Cleveland-Milwaukee game, but I don't know about Giannis or Middleton, so going to have to wait on that one. The Cavs have been phenomenal, just amazing. And Mobley's questionable tonight, too, so something to think about later. I would play the Cavs in all-square event or whether Giannis is out. But Utah Jazz, one of my favorite teams to watch nightly because first of all, they win and blow out and cover teams a lot. Great over team. They've been going over quite a bit here. 8 of their last 9 have gone over the total. And the Jazz, they played last night, went over again, but they lost to the Spurs. It ended an 8-game win streak. And the thing about the Jazz, the waves, the bench is so good. I mean, they take Rudy Gobert out and bring in Whiteside. That's criminal. That shouldn't be allowed to happen in the NBA, but it is. It's a pretty amazing team. Just waves and waves. So the bench is better than, the Thunder or the Pistons for sure. So that's something we have going, and that's where they get their edges. That's where they extend leads and blow teams out, is just a great bench. So we're going to take that in here. And the play, I don't like playing a lot of back-to-back games, but this is more against Washington. I watched their last couple games. They are lazy, poor body language, just do not care. They can't wait to get over with the game and go out tonight or leave town. I don't know what it is. They're just not a motivated team right now, and they have not covered their last 8 games. They are 1-7 in those games, the only win coming against horrible Detroit. So it's a pick mostly against the Wizards, but I'm happy to take the Jazz because I like playing them, and I like watching their games too, even when I don't win. So that's all I got, guys. Jazz and over.
I like it. I like it. All right, M squared, bring us home, buddy. You got 2 plays. What do you got?
Two plays, one in college basketball, one in the NFL, excuse me. College basketball headed to Georgetown, took them +2. You can find the +2s. You can still find a few +2.5s in the market, but I like them over TCU here. This is actually TCU's first true road game of the season. They've played some neutral site stuff, but now they're playing a true road game. First time the team's actually ever played in Washington, D.C. Like Georgetown playing their 4th consecutive home game. I bet them when they played against Syracuse. I think that they're still a little undervalued in the market here. Getting the points here on the home floor. The teams, their strength, they're both really good on the offensive glass, but there is a huge contrast in style. And I like the pace of play when it's faster with the home team here. They're going to be fine if they have to slow it down and want to play at a slower pace like TCU likes, because they are on their home floor. But I think that they're a more versatile team here. I like Georgetown. They should win this game. I have the wrong team favored in this one. And then in the NFL tonight, I took the Indianapolis Colts -2. You can maybe find -2s out there somewhere. -2.5 is where I would stop. I would not play it at -3. But I like the spot for the Colts. It's a rare time where you have both teams coming in off of a bye. Patriots had their bye week after that game with the Bills, while the Colts had a bye week after the game with the Texans. I would say that the Colts have been looking forward to this matchup a little bit more, obviously. I'm not saying they completely overlooked the Texans, but certainly started early preparations for this one. And then Damian Harris being ruled out for the Patriots, I think that's a big deal. And then the injury report, if you look, a number of offensive linemen have been limited participants in practice. Not uncommon at this point in the year, but it is a little concerning when considering they've also had a bye week and they're still that beat up. And then Mac Jones, I want to talk about the thumb injury just a little bit. He has been cleared. He was a full participant in practice at the end, but once again, also still dealing with a little bit of an injury there on the thumb. I think it's a tougher spot than many think going into Indianapolis to try and win this game. So give me the Colts -2 or -2.5.
Yeah, I like those plays for a couple of reasons. I mean, the Colts, they have to win. If they lose and the Titans beat the Steelers, the Titans take the division, and plus the Patriots have the Bills, coming up next in regards to that division. So, yeah, great play there. All right,
let's
as
go
Coach
Colts. Let's go Colts, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Those are your boys.
With my boys.
As Coach says, grab your paper, grab your pencil. Let's pull up the recap. And it does look glorious this morning. M Squares on Georgetown +2, Colts -2, Micah Roberts Jazz -10.5, Wizards Jazz over 220.5. Jay Smooth, the machine here live from Chick-fil-A, Bakersfield +13, Western Illinois -19, and Xavier -10.5. Our site play today from Mike Tierney is going App State -2.5, and a humble AB3 today. +163, we're going Fresno State, we're going BYU, and we are going Louisiana. All college football games, all today, all on the money line. So, gentlemen, Coach would always say you have your marching orders. And look, that's important. Everyone does have their marching orders. And I think Jay Smooth has his breakfast order as well. So we'll end it on that. Everybody have a good day. And like we said, we'll see you 2:30 p.m. Eastern today, the NFL player props preview. So good luck. We'll see you tomorrow.
Do you want best bets in your feed every single day? All you have to do is hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Early Edge.